Hey everyone, we're back. I thought I was only going to have one session on the sim today, but I wasn't overly impressed with myself from this session this afternoon. So I thought, you know what, let's squeeze back on and try and have a better race. Sorry, there we are. And I mean, to be fair, going on with not a lot of practice, well, with basically no practice like I did earlier, never really helps and doesn't lead to good things, but yeah, it just all felt a bit messy, so I thought let's come back on it. I also made some pretty fundamental errors during the rolling starts and stuff like that, so time to get on it a bit more, and I think we need to smooth it out a little bit more because such a long corner that. We've got a bit more of an idea of braking points now, especially when it's sort of like damp as opposed to wet like this. When it's wet like this, you have to use more of the dry line. Not like that, that was a bit late. Well, that's slippy. You have to use, when it's wet like this, you have to use more of a wet line, sorry. But when it's damp, you tend to get away with more of a dry line. Cut that bit. There's a lot to gain as well in sort of shortening the corner from, well, kind of like spending less time in the corner from using the brakes to kind of pitch the car onto the front and get more grip on the front corner. That's wet. It's very wet. I'm going to go inside turn one. And smoothly out there. Don't need to avoid the white and blue on the side. Oh, that was a horrible freeze frame. I think before as well I was being quite desperate with it. I was just not driving like smoothly and sympathetic to the car. I was smashing down gears, trying to get it to turn and stuff, and instead I just need to focus on sort of driving better lines and stuff. This feels better. So one of the main things I need to, well, there's several things I need to remember, but also I need to look after the front right for overheating. Oh, well, those laps felt alright, just not many of them. One thing I did want to say is, I listened back to some of the video from earlier, and it sounds like I'm like Darth Vader, because you can hear all my breathing. And I have got a bit of a cold today, I think, which is why I'm probably breathing more than normal. But yeah, it sounds really bad. I'm aware. I'll have to get into your microphone and stuff. I'm just using a bit of a cheap headset for everything right now, which I know is not ideal, but I love No Name Driver. That's brilliant. Right. Come on. Fairly wet. Some feels obviously low, guys. If you've not watched one of my GT3 races before, we sort of new to GT3 racing on iRacing, so we've not gained any we've not really gained any iRacing in it or any experience, so it's quite a steep learning curve, and we're still sort of rookie class or whatever it is, so that's not as wet as I hoped. I was sort of hoping for it to be real wet. This is that sort of in between wet of do you do the dry line, do you do the wet line? Oh. Thought I was going to judge that perfectly then, but not quite. Tiny nudge is okay. So yeah, the car reacts to 150. Now I'm going to break offline there for sure. up there. That didn't go well, but maybe getting a bit too confident with it, but it's first lap, so that's fine. You just want to attack that section like more and more, but the moment you push that bit too much, it pushes you wide. Don't think that's the best approach either. I think probably keeping it tight is better. Probably could have braked a bit later through there, but that's fine. It'll do. It'll do for now. It's progress in the right direction. Ooh. Let's practice a bit more. That could work there. Can't decide. Turn 9-4, that's better. Can definitely attack that corner more. That made me jump that. Just watching my brake trace. Weirdly, in the GT3 car, I do have some. Wait for it. To have a bit of brake throttle overlap. I don't seem to have it so much in the other cars, weirdly. Anyway, it's a good start. Let's get rid of a bit of fuel. Come on then. Come on then, let's go. I don't know a lot about GT3 cars, like these TC1 and TC2. I think that's like at what stage the TC comes in, like at what, like the early phase of acceleration or the later phase. I don't know much about how the different throttle shapes work. I'm assuming there's some that are more sort of race suited to like protect the rear tyres and stuff, but pace car's a bit too slow on these. How is there an incident behind already? I've got Lambo there in. Oh, that sounds insane. Yeah, we'll have a good fight on with P2. Can't quite remember what the gap was, but He doesn't want to be in front of me, I guarantee you that. Probably don't need to do that. Need to relax into it. Didn't drop him quite as much as I hoped, but I love seeing that the cars on that straight to the left with the spray. That was alright to knock down to first there, maybe not ideal, but that looks like he made a mistake. Yeah, he did. Need to start thinking about when I'm going to start migrating towards the wet line, the dry line, sorry. There's a lot of time in trail braking in these cars, keeping the weight on the front. That was a close one. Got it turned though. Wonder what I did there. The downshift, or maybe downshift a bit early perhaps, or just a bit aggressive on the brakes. Right, so that wasn't ideal. Tried it. Which has ruined my consistency a little bit, but hey, that's fine. Oh, they're interesting. Sometimes you hit those curbs just right. I think I'm beginning to get more confident in like turning and braking, which is what's leading to these little snaps. Stick to the braking plan here because it's working well, and I think online is still too slippy. Oops. stupid. I got a bit distracted then. I was looking at my front right and seemed to be nursing them a lot better than I was. Right, let's get back on it. Probably. I mean, I'm probably not going to set the fastest lap now, but that's fine. That was a better final turn. A bit more delicate. Gained quite a bit of time as well, to be fair, from not flooring it and being smoother. starting to feel a bit better through here. Oh, there we are. It's definitely better than last time. I'll be a bit more aggressive into there, but oh, you've got to see where the time is. I'm quite pleased with the brake trace. Other than the overlap. Just about where I needed to be on that side. Yeah, it was alright. I feel like I just need to smooth out my braking slightly when I'm like holding it on. What shall we do? Shall we do a bit of Dallara F3 street circuit? That's gonna be a bit fast, isn't it? Catalonia, Circuit of the Americas, Fude, Hockenheim. Can't decide actually. It's a fast car, is maybe Silverstone actually. You know what? Let's do let's do Silverstone. 10 minutes and then we'll call it a day. So I think in the GT cars, I just don't feel like braking's the main thing I need to get used to, essentially. And I think sort of I can be quite progressive on. I think I've kind of got the gist with, I've not got it like perfect, far from it, but I think I know sort of what it should be like. But I just need to, when I'm holding it on, make it smoother. This is going to feel fast now. Ooh. Just seem to be maybe it's because sort of when I'm trying to think why I'm so like, I'm just babbling to myself. You probably don't even know what I'm babbling about. You know, like in the GT cars, when you go on the brakes and you're holding it, that brakes for a longer time. I feel like my braking trace is a bit sort of jagged. It should really be nice and smooth. And I wonder if it's because I'm sort of just like overdriving it a little bit. And I'm always looking to try and feel, is it locking up, is it not? Because I'm kind of doubting what the car's doing. I think that's probably part of it. Probably think about the braking less in these cars, to be fair, because I'm more used to them. And I just do it a bit more naturally. And I feel like my brake trace is naturally better in these single seaters. Yeah, look, way better that. Just a smooth linear off. And I've just realised I'm probably babbling to myself. Tons of you guys don't even know what I'm talking about. I keep looking at the bit in the bottom left, my throttle and brake trace, the bit where there's like the number 5. So obviously it disappears after a bit, so I keep sort of doing the corner and then looking to see what it looks like. That's why I keep saying sort of like it's looking better and stuff. Turning nice and early there. Ooh, way more grip than I thought then. Is that a third gear cord? I don't know. Possibly. Oh, probably keep it in 6th. Locked up the brakes a tiny bit then. That can be better, but that's fine. Oh, love that. Can you imagine that in a real car on a G-Force? Crazy. To move our reference point a bit for that one. Nice. That's always going to happen when you get on the brakes at, get on the grass, sorry, at that speed. It's cool. Boom. Let's leave it at that. I enjoyed that, guys. Definitely better. I may need to smooth out my brake tracers in the in fact, let's have a quick look at like GT3, see what how aggressive people are. GT3 hot lap. Oh. Porsche should go like we don't want a Seto core, so we want iRacing. Oh, that's me. This should have telemetry. To be fair, they're quite aggressive on it. I think it's just I've seen some people in the Porsche, you know, the Porsche Cup car, and they seem to be really smooth on the brakes. Whereas that tends to be sort of how I would naturally drive it. So maybe I'm thinking a bit too much about it. Let's go for... Let's have a look at this one. Where's the telemetry? Top, middle there. He's got a lot of little bits similar to mine, but still looked a bit smoother. That bit there was quite... I should probably think about it less, I think. Because looking at these... He's still got like tiny movements. Maybe think about it less. Anyway, cheers for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. I thought that was much better than the one earlier today. Didn't put it in the wall on lap 2. So yeah, hope you enjoyed watching. If you have watched, please hit the like and subscribe button. And we're trying to build a channel, which would be... I'm trying to build a channel, sorry, which would be amazing if I managed to. So